Hi everybody, I am doing the assignment on the standards of ethical conduct for the physical therapist assistant, and I wasn't sure which standards to cover in this video because I wasn't assigned a group. I don't know if other people were, but I was not, so I just picked standard 6 and standard 8 to talk about. Standard 6 is the physical therapist assistants shall enhance their competence through the lifelong acquisition of refinement of knowledge, skills, and abilities, which is pretty straightforward, I would say. Basically just that, like many health occupations, there's a requirement of consistently learning and relearning because there are a lot of developments that happen in health, and through different studies, different research. So it's kind of going to be a lifelong journey and constantly changing. And so basically just saying that it's a standard that they will practice as they learn and change their practices based off of new knowledge that comes to light. And standard number 8 is physical therapist assistants shall participate in efforts to meet the health needs of people locally, nationally, or globally, which, again, I think all of these standards are pretty straightforward. Basically just that it is a physical therapist assistants to be responsible for trying to progress the efforts of getting everyone healthcare, and helping people who are disadvantaged or uninsured, underinsured, or completely uninsured. And you know, in the world that we live in, many of us are fortunate enough to have healthcare, but many are unfortunate and don't. So it's basically just that it's a standard for physical therapist assistants to try to dedicate some of their time towards helping that cause and supporting organizations that allow for people to be supported in that way. And that's basically it. One of the last things it says within that standard is that the physical therapist assistants shall educate members of the public about the benefits of physical therapy, and I think that's kind of, it reminds me a little bit of, really, I think it's applicable to any health occupation, but when I went through school to get my medical assistance license, I talk about how it's kind of just like standard practice to constantly trying to help those around you. And I think that's kind of just a human thing in general, like that we should just be trying to help each other, but that as somebody who has the knowledge and has had the privilege of being able to learn and gain the knowledge that we have, to be able to try to spread that far and wide as much as possible, and be progressive, trying to help people gain that knowledge and understanding, because a lot of people don't know how important physical therapy is, and they don't know how important it is to move their bodies in a particular way, and so it's our obligation as people who do get the privilege to know that information to spread it as far as we can. I think that's about it. Thanks, guys.